Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Happy Wednesday and welcome back to our series on the Havamal. This week we're looking at verse 64, and we will begin by looking at 3 translations. The first translation reads, A wise counseled man will be mild and bearing and use his mind in measure, lest when he come his fierce foes among he finds others fiercer than he. That's Olive Bray. Second translation. Moderate at counsel should a man be, not brutal and overbearing. Among the bold, the bully will find others as bold as he. That's W.H. Auden and P.B. Taylor. And our final translation from the Cowboy Havamal, it reads, Don't think you're the goddamn smartest or the toughest or the best at anything, and don't let folk think you are either. Otherwise, you'll find out the hard way that someone is always better. And that's Dr. Jackson Crawford. So, be a person of substance and reject empty posturing. That's the key lesson of today's verse. We live in a superficial world that is focused upon absolute trivia and vanity and false appearances. And it's difficult to cleanse all of that drivel from your soul. And it's even more difficult to conduct yourself in a sensible manner because those who do are endlessly mocked. However, the Havamal is about wisdom, not about being popular in clown world. The madness of our times will pass eventually, and when it does, the need for people who have common sense and common decency will be magnified. The person who can express their views assertively and coherently and dispassionately is oftentimes overlooked. But in reality, those who do have those qualities should be taken seriously above all others because they care about facts and practicalities and right doing, not whipping people up into an emotional frenzy for their own ends. Our world has countless examples of people who are doing just that. They thrive on the high drama and the scaremongering and persuading people that, they're the smartest or the strongest or whatever image they're trying to sell. And eventually they're exposed as hypocrites, cowards, and total sellouts. And the people like that, they know the general public is addicted to that kind of energy as surely as they could be addicted to a drug. And they exploit that without a thought for what's good for individuals or the civilization as a whole. Now, granted, it is sometimes fun to watch people who get their comeuppance after they were putting on airs, but this verse isn't about triumphantly observing someone else's downfall. It's a reminder that we could fall into similar errors, and we need to have a realistic view of our personal capabilities and express ourselves with a suitable degree of modesty, because there's always someone out there who will be smarter, stronger, or more capable than we are in some way. And who is the best at something? Well, that depends entirely upon who it is they're being compared to. And it is an ephemeral distinction. It just doesn't last. Sometimes, somewhere, someone will supplant the best person, and they will have their time at the top before being overthrown and replace themselves. So we cannot place our sense of value on whether or not we are the best, or being the person who has the most power, the most amount of leverage. None of that lasts. But honor, integrity, and bringing skills and knowledge to the table does. And when someone does exceed us in some way, that isn't necessarily a bad thing. When it comes to problem solving, if someone else has an idea that's more effective than yours, then of course their solution is the one that should be enacted. And when it is, that benefits you and the person who came up with a better idea. Acknowledging the value and power of others does not diminish us, and it is not a source of shame. It enhances a community when mutual respect of this kind is fostered. So we could probably all stand to do a better job of that just in general. It's definitely worthy and timely information for us to contemplate. But that's what I got out of the verse this week. Let me know your own thoughts and opinions in the comments section. Or if you want a more drawn out conversation, please come see us on Gilded at Blackbird's Brew. There's a link to join us in the description box. You would be very welcome there, and I hope to see you soon. But that'll do it for now, and I will see you next time. Bye.